You are now listening to Nala.
You serious now? Oh, this one fighter say their mind. They're like, yeah, okay, the left coming. The left coming is my bread and butter. Hey, you got that? All right. Oh, you got that? You got that? All right. You know.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
So welcome back to No Sleeping in the Trophy Room. My name is Los Antonio. I'm here with a very special friend of mine, the Left Rack legend, the man, the myth, the savage.
Oof.
My brother Hollywood Hino, baby.
What's up, champ? How you feeling, man? Thank you guys for having me.
Of course,
I'm just happy to be here, man.
Of course, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm sensational, man.
At all times.
It's a beautiful life. I just live it every day as best as I can, you know, as best of my ability and best of my financial.
Word up. That's right.
Financial level.
Yeah, no, of course, man. So Hino, man, like we've been, you know, I see you in LA, I see you in New York,
yeah,
I see
man.
you in Miami.
Wow.
And you a hard guy to get in contact with these days, my brother. So
man.
I'm super grateful that we're here, man.
Yes.
And we met up where it matters, right here in the ring.
I love it.
You know
and that's real facts. Like we've been like playing the cat and mouse back and forth, whatever, and it's finally
absolutely, man.
It's happened. It's meant to be.
Absolutely.
God's time is the best.
You're damn right. God's time is the best, man. And you know, I just am super inspired. And I hear from other people too, man.
Yeah.
That watch you, you know, what you've been doing now, what you've been doing before.
Wow.
You know, some of my OGs, you know, are just super tuned in with you, and I didn't know that, and that's the beauty that I think with us connected.
Yes.
It's the fact that I didn't know how connected we were. So to you know, to hear such great things about you before I met you, and then when I met you out in LA, you know, it was everything I heard, and you whooped my ass in that day. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what I do, baby.
And you know, so I kind of want to start with that, man. I want to start with the passion and with the hustle and the motivation that you seamlessly give off every day.
Every day.
You know what I mean? Because there's some days where like I might not be feeling it, but I know Hino is.
I am.
You know?
I am.
And you know, so how far back does that go, man? Like where does that originate with you? Like just that inspiration, that motivation?
The inspiration, motivation from the humble beginnings are because I'm definitely not humble anymore. But the humble beginnings of things were like, you know, born and raised in a small village in Africa, and just having that mindset of like, I know there's something bigger than this. There's something bigger than no running water, no electricity, and no internet, you know.
Right.
I'm speaking of, I'm not talking when I was in the 1980s, I'm talking now, we still don't have those things.
Right, this is real life.
So this is real life. So when you live that lifestyle and then you instill it into your head that I want more than this. There's only two options in life, you know, that's two decisions you make. Like, okay, I'm happy with this, or there's more than.
Right.
So then you start to strive.
Yeah.
So that's where that comes from. So that never left my mental. It never left my dreams and my aspirations and my goals that I set for myself, you know. So that's what people see. Like, they're like, why is he pushing? Why is he here? I thought he was sick yesterday, or, you know, I thought he went out all night last night. You know, I thought he's jet lagged. Or, you know, those regular symptoms the average man feels that I don't feel, you know. I thought it was raining. I thought it was 24 inches of snow, you know, and why is he still there? Why is he going? So that's what pushes me, you know, when I think about like where I come from, you know, and I always want better, and I'm never settle. I'm never satisfied. That's what people see. That's what you're looking at. I'm gonna do that forever, you know. I have this nice car, and I want the nicer car than that. I have this big house. I want a bigger house than that, and that's what they see. I'm just pushing myself to greater limits of what, you know, of what a lot of people would have put their feet up and be satisfied and say, I've made it. I'm here. I've arrived. You know, I'm just pushing myself further than what it is. So that's what they're looking at. You know, because there's times where like I would have reached a certain height years ago, and people would have been like, oh, okay, he's made it. So why is he still pushing? So that's the only question people ask me every day. It's like, why are you still pushing?
Yeah.
Like, you've made it a long time ago. I'm like, I don't know, because there's a guy out there that has $34 billion,
Yeah.
and I don't. So I'm still striving for greatness, more greatness.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Now that's a beautiful thing, man, and that just makes me think about when you talk about coming from humble beginnings.
Yeah.
You know, West Africa. You know,
Straight from the village.
how does you know the success and your climb?
I don't feel like I'm successful.
You, my brother. Can I tell you right here on camera? Is this on? You are successful.
No, I don't feel like it.
You are successful.
I would never
brother.
feel like it.
Well, that's beautiful. That's the difference between you and them.
I would never ever feel like I'm successful. I would never say things like I've made it.
Right.
I wouldn't say it.
But how does that?
I don't feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that? How do you see that affect your family, home and in West Africa? Like, you know, this is.
I don't know. They just as puzzled as the average man too. Like what he's made it.
Right.
No, I haven't.
Right.
Yeah, I moved out the hood. I haven't made it. You know. So I don't know. It affects them. I hope it motivates them in a way where they are like, this is my bloodline, so this is my DNA that's doing these great things. We're all here in America, you know, maybe I should strive for more also. Maybe I shouldn't just be satisfied with the White House and the picket fence and the little dog, and, you know, I know there's more. So if I'm affecting people around me, and especially family, I hope they know there's more. There's always more.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah, that's how I would like to affect my family members and people outside of that.
So, I had a friend of ours text us before I walked in here.
Oh, he did?
Noriega.
The legend.
Big shout out to Noriega.
What an icon.
Yeah, man. And a question that he wanted to ask you.
He gave you a question to ask me?
He gave me a question to ask you, man. You know, this is just super
Let's go.
important,
That's
man.
my guy, man.
Yeah.
One of my great, like first ever motivations.
Man, that's big,
you
man.
know that?
Yeah.
Because like we lived in the same building.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, I lived on the second floor. I think he was like on the fifth floor or something. And we didn't know each other, but I knew of him, the albums. He used to bring like celebrities to the hood. So that was my first taste as a teenager of seeing, you know, like that lifestyle. So what Nori did for me, and I've told him this, thank God, after years and years. What he did for me, he showed me that, hey, there's more.
Word.
There's more. There's more than this, and it's possible. That's what he showed me. He's like, you can be from Left Rock City, you can be from the projects, you can be from wherever, and look at what I did. Look, he made it. So that was like, you know, so I was like the next coming of him to motivate a whole neighborhood and the whole Queens, New York, you know. So I was like, I just followed in his footsteps, and I just paved my own way with what I did with mine. So Nori was the first person I actually saw firsthand, like, oh, you can have a Rolex.
Yeah.
You can have a nice car. You know, you can actually make it out of the hood and become successful, and it's possible. So Nori showed me it's possible. That's what he did for my life.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
man.
I told him that after years and years and years. I didn't know how to put it together, but I finally told him. I said, you were the first person that showed me that a kid could come out of Left Rock City, Queens, and go mainstream and actually make it. So I always believed that because of Noriega.
That's an amazing thing, man. Just to be able to be inspired by somebody great, and to act on it, and to step into your own greatness.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I did. Exactly what you just said. I just he showed it. He blueprinted it. I took pieces of it. I made my own path, and I just ran with it. And that's what you see today.
That's lovely.
The beginning of it. Yeah. What he told you to ask.
So he was like, you know, when he not that he's out of rap, but he was like when he stepped out of rap and into media.
Got it.
You know, when you stepped out of boxing, what made you step into training?
I just that's a great question. I had to find something else to do. But I always said I wanted to still involve boxing because that's the language that I speak. That is all I know since I was a child was sports and boxing, you know. So I was trying to like figure out a way, you know. I was even gonna go into like sports commentating, boxing sports commentating, you know, something of that nature. But I wanted to relate into boxing. I could have worked for like a boxing promoter, you know, whatever. But the training one was the one that just fell in my lap, and I just said, "This is it. It feels good," you know. And then like at the end of my career, I started like half doing the training for a fight, and then half working at the Trinity Boxing Gym, you know, in Lower Manhattan. And
did you always train at Trinity?
No.
Always. That's where it all started.
Right here.
First time I ever put pads. No, this is the new location.
Yeah.
The old location is a few blocks away by the World Trade Center. The first time I ever put pads on and even wanted to learn how to. John Snow, he spoke to yesterday. He came up to me and he's like, "I'm leaving the training. I was training for a fight coming up," and he was like, "Oh, we just fired Oleg." I said, "What, you fired Oleg or Sergey, whoever they fired?" I said, "Well, this guy's a nice guy, you know, but we need somebody to fill in for tonight." And I'm like, "Man, I don't know how to train nobody." He said, "Just do what the trainers do with you."
Yeah.
That was the first time ever.
Wow.
It ever begun. And part of my like no fear mentality, I was like, okay, you know, no fear, not giving a fuck mentality, you know, got me through a lot of things in life. Probably messed me up a lot.
Yeah, made you stronger.
It made me stronger mentally. So yes, and that was the beginning of
the training
of the other legendary, new path of my life. Yeah,
which is amazing.
Yeah,
man.
and then I started getting better with it. But I said, if I'm gonna do this and leave fighting, which I love so much, I gotta give this 100%, man. I gotta be the best at it, you know? And I was just learning. I was watching people, watching YouTube. I'm just, every day I come in there, student of the game, which I am still to today. I'm a student of the game. I'm constantly learning. I wanna see how to push the envelope. I wanna see how to get to the next level. I wanna see what separates me from everybody's a trainer in a saturated field, and then Instagram and social media made it even more saturated. Like everybody's holding pads, everybody's lifting weights. So, you know, so I said, what's gonna differentiate me and stand out of all these people? And I found it.
Hell yeah, you did. You fucking landed right on it.
I fucking molded the shit out of it, and I found it. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? Everybody in the Equinox and all these pages, they talk so low to these people, like, hey, do this, you know? I said, no, I'm gonna yell. Everybody comes in with their uniform on. I said, man, I'm gonna go rugged. You know, like I did everything opposite what everybody. I said, yo, these guys, they take weekends off. I'm gonna work every day.
Word up.
You know, I just started finding the things that other people weren't doing. You know, I was like, oh man, this guy's gonna eat his kale. Man, I'm gonna go to Del Frisco's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Man, this motherfucker is drinking fucking vitamin water. I'm putting Hennessy. Yeah. You know, I was just doing everything different than everybody was doing.
Word up.
You know, like why is everybody doing the same thing? Yeah. And then they wonder why they never made it.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I was doing. I was just pushing it. I was just molding it into my own greatness, you know, and that's what you see today.
Yeah.
Like there's a million everybody else. There's only one Hollywood Hino.
Believe that.
You know what I'm saying? They like, people try to say, yo man, you know, I went to this state, I went to this country, and I try to find a Hollywood Hino there. I'm like, it's impossible. It's impossible. How? Because I molded it, you know? You know, you might find a fraudulent one, but it's impossible.
Yo, it's crazy because it's so electric what you do.
Yeah.
And it's so like contagious.
It's,
you know, like as far as just the energy that you give off.
Yeah.
And I love, this is something else I want to tap into, about your energy being so contagious.
Yeah.
How has that been a tool for you in growing your business?
Social media is a great thing. I was always fascinated by it, you know, because it showcased what I did.
Right.
And I thought whatever I was doing was so great and people needed to see it. You know, the lifestyle, the traveling that I do all the time, you know, the motivation. I just felt like people need to see it.
Yeah.
So social media came at a great time for somebody like me that knows how to use it well. You know, so it helps us like free advertising. It's a platform. You're showcasing what you do every day.
Yeah.
Shit, every minute of your life, people are watching it. You know, and then it helps with like, you know, back in the days, like when you do something, you have to call somebody, you have to tell them what you did.
Yeah.
You just put it out there.
Yeah.
And they see it.
And
they watching.
And they're sharing it.
They watching. They passing it on to people. They're like,
Yeah.
look what this guy just said today. Look at this relatable. You know, look at this motivation. You know, you felt down lately. Well, you want a trainer. You want to hear these words. You know, so I know people do that with my stuff every day. People screenshot even my son and send it to people like, oh, this is what our son is gonna like. You know, like everything I put out there in social media. You know, I feel like it's affecting somebody some way, some other, in a positive light. So I love social media for that I can reach out to people in all walks of life, all religions, all ethnicities, and they all can relate to the grind, you know, to what I put out there, the greatness, because I'm putting out great messages. 10 years, 15 years from now, 100 years from now, they're still relatable of the things that I say and that I'm doing.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And it's a wake-up call too, man. I've had homies that have sent me videos of you training somebody, whooping somebody's ass in the gym, and they're like, yo, we gotta stop bullshitting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We gotta get it right, man.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like my stuff is worldwide. It's not just fitness. I've had somebody like, hey man, I failed the bar exam to be a lawyer twice, but then I started going to the gym, I started training, I started watching your videos and listening, and I finally passed. I was like, wow, that's a huge compliment to me. You know, like people are like, oh man, I like the way you co-parent with your son and you and your baby mama get along. I don't know nobody that gets along. You know, those things are like we're looking at it now happening in real time, but we don't understand how big it is until later on.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying?
And you're doing you.
I'm just being myself. You know, I'm just putting my 1% into changing the world and changing society and changing people's mindset. You know, I'm just showing you what worked for me. I'm not saying it's gonna work for you.
Yeah.
You know, but still try it and see. You don't know. One day call up your baby mama and she'll probably be like, hey man, I thought you never called. It's been 15 years. You know, hey, it worked. You know, so I don't know. I'm just putting out my 1% into changing the world, and that's what I'm doing. That's it. And everybody needs to put out their 1% of changing the world. You know, just be real. Be real with yourself. Be real with people. You know, and then but it's gonna take longer. I tell people, I say, yo, I've been doing this like 21 years on the grind, and I still haven't made it. You know, exactly.
Come on, man.
I still haven't made it. So like, it's gonna take longer because I'm going through the real route. I could have been fake a long time ago, and I would have had my 15 seconds and 15 minutes of fame, and nobody would have heard of me no more after that summer. You know, but I'm doing it for the longevity, for the prestige. You know, like they're gonna talk about this their whole life. Yeah. You know,
and it's amazing, man, because you know when you do what's authentic to you, and you identify the lane.
Yeah.
And you amplified it with social media, this has brought you to this level that we're at right now.
Yeah.
You know, and I see you got, you know, that assassination.
Oh man,
verse,
what a time.
You know,
we just came from there, man.
A lot of owls on you going on, you know. But,
from the great man.
But, you know.
The sixth God.
How, I mean, you're working with Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Working with Drake.
Yeah.
You know, Kelly Rowland, Lala,
yeah.
You know, you name it, man.
Woodley, UFC welterweight champion of the world. We got everybody. We got Rosado in there. We got Estrada. These are all real fighters. So I try to let people know, like we train real fighters too, not just the celebrities.
Yeah, you really do this.
Yeah, we really do this.
Yeah,
like we train everybody.
There's blood right there.
Yeah, there's like blood stains.
We're
standing on blood stains right now, you know. Yeah. But this is what. No, really, this is all blood stains you're looking at. Yeah. But this is like authentic, like trying to train the mind. I'm constantly trying to train the mind on how far you can push yourself physically and mentally. You know, that's what I'm not here to lose 1 pound, 5 pounds. I don't care for those things. That's what everybody else is doing.
Right.
You know, you can lose weight and come back and gain the weight, but the knowledge that I'm gonna give you, the life knowledge to defend yourself in the face of adversity and the life's arena is what I train the people for. When you walk into that dark alley one day, you come out of there with 2 wallets.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm training people for. You know, so to the no fear attitude, you know, the zero fucks given attitude.
Yeah.
You know, like I try to instill that
into
whoever's in my presence. You know, and that's what we're here to do. People call me and say, "Hey man, I want to lose weight for my wedding." I'm like, "All right, you just go to Crunch Gym and do that."
Yeah.
But if you want to go there and have the best wedding that people ever seen, the greatest wedding, then you come to me. You know, that's what I try to train people for. You know, and some of them get it, some of them don't, and I try to, you know, like you said, I just constantly, I got to stay consistent because one day it'll hit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
That's everybody. Musician, he putting a song. One day it's going to have a hit record. You know? Kobe shooting. One day the shot gonna go in.
I was reading this thing right here. The
Which
sign.
one?
This being on the tightrope
Yes.
is living.
Yeah.
Everything else is
It's just waiting.
That's like.
Yeah. That's like living on the edge. That's how I live. I live on the edge every day. Every day I live on the edge. Cause that's when I feel alive. I live in. People say it's just dark here. I'm like, yeah, it's just, that's why I thrive in the darkness.
Word up.
You know, and people that live on a tightrope, like that sign says, is just a 10% or less.
Yeah.
And then the other 90% is just existing.
Yeah.
They died at 21. They died at 21 when they gave up their dream. You know, or at their teens when they, this is too hard for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna play tennis anymore. And Serena Williams kept playing and playing and serving, and she's the greatest of all time. So that time when you gave up on that dream, you died. You killed the soul, and then you got buried at like 80 or whatever. But that's what they said. The rest is just waiting to go 6 feet under, because you've died at 21. Where you said, "This is not for me no more," and the rest, it just existing.
That's a fact.
Yeah. It's just here.
So when
taking up space.
So when you talk about, you know, superstars,
legends,
Drake, people who are who have their craft already at the top.
Have it. They are number one at what they do.
And they're calling Hollywood Hino.
Yeah.
To take them to that next level.
That's a huge compliment.
How does that make you feel, man?
It makes me feel great because like they are just like me. They're not satisfied with the accomplishments that they had throughout the years consistently at being number one at the game. You know, and they want something else to push them again. I'm like, wow, you still want to be pushed at this time where you should be
relaxing,
feet up, $2 million a performance, cash or so. You know, these guys are getting big deals, Nike deals. Everybody is begging for them to sign this, you know, this commercial, this movie. You know, so and then they call me. That says it all.
Is that type of training different when you're training, like, you know, you might be training like the guy who was in here before?
No,
he may be like,
no, I don't separate.
Fight.
No,
Okay.
I don't separate.
Got it. So everybody is equal opportunity.
There's one
for everybody.
There's one level of training and it's savage. It's savage. I don't do beginners. I don't do intermediate. I just do beast. Like if you're not even a little bit over 100%, don't come at all. Because it's gonna look bad. Because we both have to feed off the same energy. You know, so when they come, they're like at 1,000%, I'm at 1,000%, and you rub both matches together and fire comes out. You know, so I don't train anybody less than what the other person, you know. There's people that pay me different prices and they expect me to train them less than, no. I know how to train only one way.
Savage.
And that's the savage level. You know? That's a beast level. There's beginners, there's intermediate, there's advanced, and then there's just savage. And that's the only level I know how to train. That's it. I don't know how to train nothing else.
I think that's why I only came to come see you that one time. and after that, we're gonna get it right.
Let me get a little taste of this level real quick and see what it's like. Yeah.
I'm gonna get back to it.
But I love it. I love it when people come. All I need is people to come one time. To me, I just need people to just show up one time and test it out. At least they walk away with the number one thing, the knowledge of like, oh shit, now I know how in shape or out of shape that I am. Because people call me the next day, they go, yo man, I almost died. And I'm an Olympic gold medalist. I thought I was in shape. I was like, There's in shape and then there's boxing shape. there's a huge gap in between.
Yeah, world's difference.
It's like no other.
That's a fact.
That's what pisses me off when I go to a barbershop or something and somebody go, "You saw that fight last night? That guy suck." I said, "Sit down." Do you know what it takes for that guy to suck?
Yeah.
Do you know what it took for that guy to get beat up last night? He earned a championship fight. You know how many people he beat to get to that level? Like if I put you in that ring one time, you'd be out of breath in 1 minute. He did that for 12 rounds, 3 minutes each. So don't ever say anybody something. You know what I mean? So I take it very personal, especially when it comes to boxing. When I hear guys in the barbershop that never made it or never became nothing.
Yeah.
You know, don't downplay anybody.
Never.
You know, that's another thing I don't like about, that's number one thing I don't like about social media. Like anybody can attack anybody from anywhere. You don't even know who it is. Yeah. And that pisses me off, but I just ignore it. You know what I mean? I'm like, here's somebody that's never done nothing with their life.
Mm-hmm. And
you don't even have a job. You're sitting at home on the couch eating tacos, playing with your balls. Right. But you have the access to the Wi-Fi you're stealing from your neighbor, and you can reach out to Kim Kardashian, and you can reach out to whoever, and say a comment, a negative comment.
It's crazy.
I don't understand that. Why do you follow somebody on social media or a fan of somebody, and you leave a negative comment?
You know what they say, man.
I just saw somebody who said to Rihanna, "It's like, where's the music?" I'm like, bitch, I have 10 albums. Go listen to them. Yeah. Before here. You know what I'm going. You don't know what I'm going through right now. Yeah. I'm taking my time. Yeah, you're a fan, but goddamn, practice patience. Yeah. You know, and that's how I feel. People reach out. Well, successful people don't have time to do those things, anyways. For sure. So you already know. Yeah. Who does those kind of things? Yeah. Yeah. And so this is no sleeping in the trophy room. You know. Amen.
This is no sleeping in the trophy room. This
in
platform,
the Hall of Fame room.
Yeah. And so this platform is all about inspiration. Yeah. Motivation.
I love it.
Inspiration. I said it already. It's all about inspiration, motivation, and the information that it took for you to get here. So, what gems could you leave for a young, aspiring kid in Left Rack in West Africa?
Wow. Yes.
Like where, what type of information could you leave for somebody that, would love to follow the footsteps of a Hollywood Hino, whether it's boxing, training?
Well, I don't know. My number one thing is you gotta stay consistent. Yeah. You gotta stay consistent, man. You don't understand, like that focus and that drive and that somebody telling you you're crazy every day. Mm-hmm. You gotta ignore that.
How many times do you hear that you're
I'm crazy? Like 50 times a day.
You know what I'm saying? I believe that.
50 times
right
a day.
Here.
Yeah, I'm like, and I accept it. Yeah,
it's a compliment.
I'm like, you're crazy. I'm living out my dream or my passion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're working for the man, or you're doing something that you hate every day for the last 10 years. Yeah. And so who's the crazy one? Yeah. You go home miserable, depressed, sad, lonely, all that. I don't have none of those. So who's the crazy one? Yeah. So for a young kid coming up, I say he gotta first love what he's doing. Can't like it.
Love it.
Because love is what, love and passion of something that you're doing is what's gonna make you get up those days you don't feel like it. Mm-hmm. Wear those boots and say it's 24 inches of snow, but that's not stopping me. Mm-hmm. Oh man, nobody's paying attention to me for the last 3 years and I'm doing great stuff. Let me keep doing it. Love is what makes you do those things. Some people only like something, so they half-ass do it. They don't give it one time.
Gotta love
it. I love this shit.
It's Saturday, by the way. We up in here. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't even matter. It could be Christmas. If you called me and said, yo, you in New York, I would have came here on Christmas Day. Mm-hmm. That's how much love I got for this shit. Like, there gotta be a bigger word than love. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? While I'm still getting up at 5 a.m. to come do it. Mm-hmm.
That's real.
While I'm jet lag, I'm still coming to do it. I fly from Vegas. I come from the airport with my suitcase. I come here first. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I haven't been in my apartment the whole last month. That's just my apartment in LA. I haven't been there.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
For a whole month. They have to. You gotta love it, man.
Yeah, dedication.
You have to love it. If you don't love it, you're not gonna do it. That's my best advice. They gotta find what they love. And I'm talking about just it could be anything, man. It could be selling oranges, man. Something as little as that. You gotta love it.
So I know that every day, you know, every night some nights might be a little darker, some days might be a little dark too.
Yeah.
What about, like, what are some things that somebody who wants to get into this game should expect? Some bumps in the road. Like, what are some?
Everything. They should expect. They should expect a lot of no's, a lot of disappointments.
A lot of people.
First of all, they shouldn't live with expectations because the expectation leads to disappointment.
Yeah.
People are gonna disappoint you.
Word up.
Your own family is gonna let you down. Relationships. You're like, man, this girl was the love of my life, and she left me for another, or she just cut me off. You know. You gotta respect those things, because that's what comes with the game. When you sign up for greatness, like, you're more surprised that something actually went through, you know, instead of the usual, you know, disappointment or the closed door, or like, oh, we don't need you right now, and things of that nature.
Yeah.
You know, and people get so down on that shit. I'm like, yeah, that's what comes with the game. You gotta do your research. You got to see how many times Starbucks has heard no. You know, those big companies, Amazon been turned down. You got to do your research.
Yeah.
Those guys are bigger than you, so who are you? You got to keep pushing.
That's a fact.
Yeah, you got to keep pushing. How many times Nike was turned down before they finally got their first yes, and that's all you need. You just need that first yes. That's it. You know, somebody told me no. Like, you're looking at somebody. I failed 96% of the time.
Word up.
But that 4% that I won, I just took it, I grasped it, and I just flew with it. All I needed was a small window of opportunity, and it opened.
And you fucking ran right
and
through it.
I ran right through it, you know, and that's what you're looking at, you know. But when I lose a fight as an amateur, I'll lose a fight as a pro, or I'm negative on my bank account on the come up, I'm like, okay, that's just stuff that come with it.
Straight up.
I still take L's today. On a different level now, though.
Yeah.
I still take L's today. I'll just be like, okay, whatever. I just jump over it. I just keep going. Sometimes I don't even know I took an L until somebody says it to me.
Right.
know, because I just win so much. You just win every day. Just win. Win a back-to-back championship. Yo, you're the best trainer in the world. 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 And then somebody comes and be like, yo, do you know you last month? Do you know you lost this contract? Then go through this. I'm like, oh shit. I didn't even notice. If you didn't put it up to me, I didn't see it. Because the wins outweigh like any losses.
Facts.
That's ever put in front of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are some people that right now you, I'm not gonna say look up to, but who are some people that you're inspired by? Somebody,
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a great question.
You inspire so many, so.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I'm inspired by the greatness. By greatness, I look up to people like I love Floyd Mayweather. With a passion, you know, of consistent, like greatness. You know, Kobe Bryant, Serena Williams. I love the people that are the top of the game, because that's me. The Muhammad Ali's, you know, the Richard Bransons. You know, I love Oprah Winfrey. You know, I love whoever's on top of their game and just took it to a next level where, like, they set the bar so high for whoever wants to become the next them. I look up to all those people because I have that same greatness in me.
Yeah.
You know, that they have. They've been turned down. They've been told, yo, you're not right for TV and stuff, and they went against it and said, that person's not talking to me.
That's a fact.
You're not talking to me. Because I'm going to find my way around it. And that's what they did. You know, a lot of things that was said to them and done to them that they could have said, oh, you're right. And they would have went the other way and never chased a dream anymore. And they still went against it because that's who I am. You know, the greatness that those people have in them is what I have in me.
For real.
Yeah.
Are there any people who you would like to get in the gym with that's on your radar?
And,
not trying to call nobody out.
No,
not saying that
nobody out.
Nobody needs to go work out.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody that I admire and respect TV, entertainment, the average Joe man, you know, that wants to push himself to to greatness or more greatness that he feels. All of them, man.
Come on.
I love it, man. I love it. There's a lot of people that I'm huge fans of and started reaching out to me recently, and I'm like, wow, I'm a big fan of you, and you know, and when I see the DM, I gotta check it like 3 times to make sure it's the right person that's DMing, because a lot of those people have fake pages.
Yeah.
You know, and it is the right person, you know. So I just love it, man. I just love like that people love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I love what I'm doing. You know?
Yeah.
And I came up with a mentality like, I don't need nobody to believe in me. I believe in myself. That's what I need.
That's a fact.
That's all I need. And that's hard for a lot of people. They never believe in themselves. That's why they never made it.
And it's like that, man. You know, social media and the times right now.
Yeah.
Automatically take people's, you know, self-esteem.
It does.
Kinda drops,
It does. But this game is not for the weak. So if the social media or anything like derails people and makes them like feel like, oh, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, then this not for you. It's not for everybody.
Facts.
It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I could be here right now with you and I get a call right now, yo, he don't go to the airport. Some people not ready for that. Some people not ready for that. Kevin Hart trains 6 a.m. every day. Some people not ready for that.
Every day.
You know, they could probably do it for a week or a month. Can't do it for 2 years with the man.
That's real.
Those people are on demand. They don't have a schedule. They work with whatever they feel when they feel like it.
That's real.
And you gotta be on call at all times.
That's different.
You have to be woke at all. Sometimes I won't sleep because they haven't hit me up yet. I'm tired of the motherfucker. I'm just sitting there waiting for the call, waiting for the moment. Yeah. Yeah.
Ready.
That's life. And that's what I train people for.
Yeah.
To stay ready and stay woke at all times. Because when you sleep, you might sleep and miss the opportunity.
It's a fact.
And sometimes that'll only come one time. And that's it. That's the number one greatest man's regret in the history of mankind. The number one man's regret is I missed my opportunity in the time that it came.
Word.
I missed it.
Ain't nothing worse than that shit.
Remember when the coach called and said, yo, that college accepted you, you weren't there to pick up. It's gone.
That's real.
It's gone with the wind. Everybody in jail, everybody in the hood, they'll tell you, yo, man, I was better than Michael Jordan. I said, I believe. And I do believe them. But they didn't get the opportunity. Yo, man, I was a better fighter than Mike Tyson. You think how many times I've heard that story? But he didn't get the opportunity. I believe you.
Yeah.
That's why I say to all of them.
Yeah.
I believe you.
That opportunity.
There's somebody out there saying better than Hollywood Eno.
Never. Find them.
No. There's a lot of trainers out there saying they're better than me.
They won't say it in front of you.
They, of course not. I hit them with a left hook. Crazy. But I feel they didn't get the opportunity.
Yeah.
Or they took those days off that I didn't.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be out there saying you want my spot. You didn't earn it.
Yeah.
You didn't earn it. Your jaw never been broke. Nose bleeding, all that.
Everything. So, you know, man, when I walked in here, you had the vibes flowing.
Yeah, man.
James Brown going.
Yeah.
You know.
Blasted.
You know, and I love that, man. You had the energy way up in here. You know, who you listening to, man, to get you in that mood, man?
Man, I listen to, it depends on my vibe that day. Do I feel like listening to, it has to be a beat though. Like, do I feel like listening to like new rap, old rap, you know? Do I feel like bumping the Drake, the Lil Baby, and all that's out there right now? Or do I feel like going back to the DMX and the Wu-Tang Clan, you know, the back in the days, Noriega.
Right. Shout out.
You know, you got to play the Queens tracks that got you hyped back in the high school days, you know. So like, I just go straight old school, man. I just go straight old school.
Yeah.
You know, like the bands, all the bands, everything Motown is
Little
like.
Man Street
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, but James Brown is always like a great selection of mine, you know, because all the songs are like hype, and we know like word for word James Brown songs, you know. So like whatever's upbeat, you know, we try to give it to the people, because like that plays a big role as far as like not just fitness, like just the energy and the vibe in the room. I feel like when people come, and then you got to play what's like popular and relatable to like Whoever's, you know, I always look who's in the room, like who's gonna like this music or who's not, you know.
Right.
Like kids don't know who James Brown is, you know, but it's still a beat, but they, you know, and you just school them on the music. Music is very important, and it controls the vibe in the room.
So, Hino, man, I know I said it before, but this is no sleeping in the trophy room.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
I don't sleep anyways.
this is great. This
I
works out.
don't believe in sleeping, man.
So-
sleep is for billionaires.
So every champion has their mantra, man.
Yeah.
You know, that sign they slap before they leave the locker room.
Really?
or that phrase they wake up and repeat.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is, you know, that gets them in that mood, that champion mindset. You know, is there something that you do, a phrase that you live by?
Yeah.
Or something that keeps you, you know, close to that spirit, that energy?
There's only one thing I since day one always I wake up to, like if I ever have, like, even if things are going good or things are going bad, I still wake up and think like will my mother be proud of this? I ask myself every day, like, what am I about to do right now? Will my mother be proud of it? I always think about it. Because, you know, it always comes back to your mother.
Yeah,
when you were a kid.
Bro. You just shook me up.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
deep, bro.
It always comes back to your mother. So I that's always till day one, till a grown ass man, till yesterday, till tomorrow. I ask myself, like, before I go do something, before I say something, or before somebody reports what I did that day, would my mother be proud of it?
Word up.
Yeah.
That's deep, man. And that's a fact.
And that's what I ask myself every day. Yeah. Like, will my mother be proud of what I'm doing right now? Or will my mother be proud of what I did yesterday? And that's what motivates me every day. You know, I just go by that.
Yeah.
Every day. Like, you don't want to let your mother down.
Never, bro.
Never. That's the only thing in life that I look at. You never want to let your mother down. That lady carried you for 9 months. That lady sacrificed her life. Because women pass away when they give a baby. People don't think about that. People are like, congratulations. It's like, there's people that pass away while giving birth to a baby. So they sacrificed that, you know, and then they raised you, you know, to become the man that you are today. And they still praying for you to become even greater than what you are. So that's what I always ask myself. Like, will my mother, would she brag about this to her friends? Because that's what they do. They brag about their kids. That's all they have.
Word up.
And that's my motto. That's what I go by every day.
Man.
Forever.
That's deep, man.
Yeah. And it might change later on in life. Like, will my son be proud of it?
Right.
You know, like, will my kids be proud of what I'm doing? Can they go to 3rd grade and brag and say, look at this is my dad. And that's why I do what I do.
Family first, baby.
Every day.
That's love,
It goes
man.
a long way.
So, Hino, man, on that note, my brother, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to step into the trophy room with me, man, and tell your story and share your information, man, and really
I get a
tell your
trophy?
truth, man.
Do I get a trophy?
Oh, the trophy's being made right now. It's totally custom. You know what I'm saying? We're going to drop it over Drake House.
Yeah, just drop it off wherever. I go pick it up.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, my brother, thank you so much, man.
Yes, I'm trying to make it to the Hall of Fame, into the Hall of Fame of whatever this category they're gonna put me in.
Nah, for real, my brother.
I'm just working on more greatness, and I can't wait to see what's the next 5-10 years holds as far as, like, and it's moving forward.
Word up.
You know, fast or slow, it's just moving forward and just staying, like you said, real and raw and uncut and authentic, you know, and just giving the people what they want. Those things will never go out of style. Motivation and the positivity and the contagious energy, those things never go out of style. You know what I mean? In every era, every genre, you know, and that's what I have, and that's what I give the people, you know, every day.
Every day.
Not some days.
Every day.
Every day. I never took a day off in my 20s. Bill Gates said that. I never took a day off in my 20s. That shit touched my soul.
Word up.
I said, damn, that's what you gotta do. You know?
That's what that next level looks like, man.
That's what it is, you know? And I'm prepared for it. Because I've practiced this my whole life. And it's happening now. And I'm just taking it one day at a time and trying not to burn out. Because they will burn you out. So you gotta know when you gotta know how to pace it. You gotta know how to use the 24 hours wisely. You have to, you know? And it's an individual thing. It's a constant practice every day for everybody. And your time's gonna come. Just gotta stay consistent. I'm still waiting on my moment.
Aren't we all, right?
I'm still waiting on my moments. I can feel it.
So it's this interview.
Yeah.
Yo, Hito, man.
Brother.
Thank you so much, my
I
brother.
appreciate
you know
you
what
guys,
I'm saying?
man. Definitely.
Yo, what's up, Hollywood? You know, man. The man, the myth, the savage.
Yes. What a time. I love it.
The champ is here!